Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Frozen Fortunes. Now I thought we'd start off on the finances screen so you can see that things aren't exactly all rosy over in B67 town at the moment. We've still got 3.5 mil in the bank, but when you consider where it was at the start of the season, you can sort of see that this year we've not been hemorrhaging money, but we've not been doing well on money. And obviously the main reason for that is our non-appearance in the Europa League group stages. That made us like £7 million last year, and that's money we've gone without this season. So it's been tough. We've made up a little bit for it in prize money from the league, but just think what happened if we'd had a worse season than that. So we definitely need to make sure we get some money from Europe next year because our wages are starting to get a little bit inflated based on the Europa League stuff. That being said, we're still paying 10 times less on wages than FC Copenhagen are, and we're beating them in the league. Anyway, we've had a few fixtures off camera, of course. We've got 2 games in the league today, a cup game that I'm going to do off camera in between just to keep things moving along as well. So let's get into those. Against SecondYellowCard, bottom of the table, pretty much as easy as you can get in terms of the result. They didn't really threaten us in any way. It took us a Bravo penalty late on and an earlier goal from Mariano Bravo to actually give us the win in this one. We had a fair number of long shots in this one just because they were so compact. Christian Labour did get injured in the 88th minute though, and it's an 8-week layoff, so I don't think he's even going to be back for today's games. Most of the rest of the season he could be missing, which is poor because we've had some injury troubles at the back, and I think it's cost us a little bit, but a good solid 2-0 win over SecondYellowCard. We then travelled away to Midtjylland, and this is one of those games where I think it was fairly even, and a draw is a pretty fair result on the night, but we had a couple of opportunities where we maybe could have nicked this one. Jonas Svenningsson gave us the lead just after half-time before Simon Poulsen got an equaliser, and it was annoying because it was a shot from the edge of the box that deflected off one of my players' backsides and rolled into an empty net as the goalkeeper sprawled across the floor, and we just couldn't quite do enough to get back in front. It's a shame, and it is dropped points, but we were bound to drop some more points eventually. Thing is, Copenhagen kept on winning. We then found ourselves at home to Nordsjælland, who played the Marion Lease system, and as a result, we were fairly comfortably able to get the win against them. Another clean sheet as well, which is really, really good to see. Not a lot of shots on target in this one, but enough chances to put the game to bed. 2 goals from Jonas Svenningsson either side at half-time gave us a fairly comfortable win, and I think this is the one that Copenhagen dropped points in this one to extend our gap back to 9 points again. So that was pleasant. Away at Bromby, it was a fairly straightforward one. A little burst of goals midway through the first half really did put them to bed. Bravo and a pair from Svenningsson. These two really are linking up like nobody's business. They're becoming easily the most potent strike force in Denmark, and that is fantastic to see. Svenny with another pair, and they were getting assists on these goals as well. Svenningson's contribution to goals this year is astonishing. They got on back late on Bromby from Simon Ibsen. Bit of a shame, but there you go. Would have liked the clean sheet, but another deserved win. In our final game of the non-championship group early stages of the season, we thumped Randers in front of nearly 4,000 people for a league game at home against Randers. Is really, really surprising. Very, very nice on the night as well, though. Yeah. Goals galore, basically. 2 for Mariano Bravo, 1 for Juan Shishi, 1 for Pat Curtin, and 1 for Eamon Zayem. What a brilliant game this was. Franco Budimir, despite them playing so badly, still managed to score 2 goals against us in this game. The guy is clearly quality. Unfortunately, he has just signed a new 4-year deal at Randers, which means if we were to try and pry him away, it would cost us even more money. And I see people saying things like sign him as a backup, for Bravo and Svenningsson. That just would not happen. This guy would never, ever take being a backup at the moment. He's a starting player at this club. He'd want to be a key player. And just from his wage demands, from what it looks like, we'd have to pay him well over 10 grand a week to get him in. And I just don't think that's worth doing for us. Plus, it would cost us a couple of million to bring him in now. The guy is clearly quality, though. And all of that leaves the league looking like this. We've got 60 points, which is more than 2 points a game. I'm very, very pleased with that. Copenhagen are 6 points behind us because they have played a game more than us, which they've won, of course. But look at the gap. Then they're a further 7 points ahead of Midtjylland already. Regardless of what happens, Copenhagen will probably finish about 15 points clear of 3rd place. Lyngby and Silkeborg also qualifying for this group. I'm glad Lyngby got in because they had a really good start to the season and thoroughly deserved it. But to win 3-1 away at Bromby as well, in here with a minus goal difference despite being 4th. Silkeborg as well doing incredibly well. But looking at the goal scorers, Bravo 21 in the league, Svenningsson 18 goals and 16 assists in the league this season. He's contributed to 34 goals this year. That is astounding. Player of the Year by miles, has to be. And not only that, he also got 2 caps for Denmark. It finally bloody happened. I think it was on March 23rd as an 18-year-old Jonas Svenningsson finally got called up to the Danish national team, and he played not 2 full games, about 90 minutes overall. Came on as a sub in the first one and played 68 minutes in his second cap. So he is now capped for Denmark. And someone wanted to see who was ahead of him in the pecking order, and I'm kind of curious myself too. So the first one is Simon Tubeck. Yeah, well, he left Esbjerg to join Chelsea for 5.5 million and he's been out on loan ever since. Really? A player on loan from Chelsea? What is this? Then we've got this guy, Per Fusager, which is a cool name. Plays for Metz. Was originally brought through at Odense, I'm guessing. What's his big transfer moves? Yeah, came from Midtjylland, actually. And then left and then did a little bit. And then he moved to Metz for 2.9 million. Now he's probably one of the leading strikers for Denmark. This is Bülent Demirci, who probably came through Nesby over lower divisions, and then Midtjylland brought him in, and then they sold him for 2.2 million over to Dortmund. I know Dortmund bought him for, I don't bloody know. That's another guy. Lots of regens, good. Got Brian Ling as well of FC Copenhagen, who's a pretty solid striker as well. So you can sort of see these are the kind of players that Svenny is currently behind in this team. None of them have got a huge number of caps though. And of course, Bournemouth's Kasper Dolberg. Bournemouth's Kasper Dolberg, he says. What's happened here? So he's moved to Bournemouth from Dortmund. Whoa, he's already left Ajax to join Dortmund for 47 million and then to Bournemouth for 31 million. So Dolberg is the main leader of the line, and then there's sort of 3 or 4 other guys, basically. This is Miguel Cruz. He is an 18-year-old Portuguese central defender who plays currently, at the moment anyway, for Belenenses. But he came through a scout report, and I looked at this guy and I thought, you know what? This is the kind of guy we could potentially bring in for the future of this team. These are the kind of guys we bring in, get them on loan for a few years, let them develop, because I think he could be quality. He's already got great defensive stats. Heading 16, marking 14, tackling 15, determination is good, positioning is good jumping reach. He's 6'5", he's fairly professional. I could not... Okay, he's not got the best consistency, and that is always a problem sometimes, but I still think he was worth bringing in for all the other stats. £55,000 from Belenenses. He's not going to be on huge money with us either. I thought it was a worthwhile deal, so he'll be joining us in the summer. Probably get him out on loan, maybe get some first-team football. I don't know. He's just got some great stats in some good areas, and I'd like to see him develop a little bit. We've also had a youth intake, of course, and this one, I don't know, it feels like it was slightly better. Still a couple of 5-star players. You'll be seeing it on the screen. It's hard to tell whether they're good or bad at this level. I'm going to quickly have a little look at them now. I think it's better than in recent years, but I don't think we're going to get any more gems. I think Svenningsson has probably been the best player we're ever going to get on this save, and that's fine. So the first of which is Philip Pedersen. He's a left winger, which is a problem because we really don't have any use for him, and he's not good enough to be retrained as a wing back, really. His tackling fairly ambitious, but he's got that 5-star potential, so maybe get him out on loan a lot when we can do. Maybe sell him on for some money later down the line. He clearly has some potential. One that we're a little bit more interested in, this is Mathias Olsen. He is a right back, although we could definitely retrain him as a wing back, which we will. Good crossing, good dribbling, fairly professional, some decent physicals, first touch marking. I think there's a lot of positives about Mathias Olsen. Sure, there's a few things he could definitely improve in. Flair, for one, is very, very low, which is crazy. Off the ball isn't amazing either. But still, I think given him the right training, he could definitely be useful maybe down the line. And again, could always sell him on. The thing I've just noticed when looking at Jonas Svenningsson's profile as well is that his potential ability no longer has the 4 stars and then 1 grey star. It actually has 4.5 orange stars now. That to me suggests he's actually somehow even better than they thought he was. This guy genuinely could be world class. I'm starting to really think that could be the case. He's 18 years old and already has 2 caps for Denmark. Crazy stuff. Let's get into today's games. So Chow we played in the last game. I can't actually remember why. I think it was either suspension or a slight knock for Fabian Moscuza. I've had some people once again asking about the whole this bit here. I personally don't believe that that matters all that much. We've had players, well, Moscuza and frankly Chowie have played amazingly well in these positions without being particularly competent in those positions. Obviously, I think they maybe play better if they were, but it's not the be-all and end-all. It really isn't. I'm actually quite happy with the lineup, though, to be fair. That seems like the type of lineup I want to go with. Maybe put Moscuza back in, though. On the bench, Kanate, Moscuza, Santos, Yakim, Leva is back. Oh, but he's not, though, really, is he? Hill Tavares and Johnny Iya. Sorry, it was Leva that's still injured. He might be back for the next game. Maybe. Moscuza is fitter than Chowie at the moment, and that kind of is my main motivation here. We might start Chowie for the next game, start slowly weaning Moscuza out maybe, potentially move him on in the summer, because, I don't know, he's not improving at the same rate as the other players around him, and we could maybe cash in, get like $1 million, $1.5 million, and reinvest that into the squad, because, like, I don't know if we actually need 6'4" wing backs. I think maybe the more diminutive players could be good for us. Anyway, opposition report time. So let's see what Silkeborg are going to try and do today. Oh, goody good. Okay, so Skeeter's the guy we're going to try and mark out the game. It's just, what do we do from here? They're basically playing our system, but with no attacking midfielder. This could actually be a difficult one for us. I'm going to try and mark Skeeter out the game. We'll see where we go from there. Okay, so they already want us to tackle Sammy Skeet hard. So we'll do that. Their goalkeeper's nursing a slight injury as well. So we'll just kind of concentrate on Skeet for now. He's their main man. I can't remember what the Metsala's main role is in the team. Isn't it kind of just link up between the midfield, like a box-to-box that operates in a sort of smaller area? Or is that the Carriero? I can't remember. Anyway, that's what we're going to go with. I still think we're good enough anyway, because we're the home team. We're a better side than them. We should just be able to impose our game on them. That's the plan anyway. If I remember playing Silkeborg before, they generally sit back quite a lot, try to absorb the pressure, and you really only need 1 goal to beat them in games. And hopefully that's what we're going to get today. Oh, question of the day. Today's question is this. What is the one attribute you always look for? Mine is teamwork. I like flair also. For me, I'm less concentrating on certain attributes, more to do with the cult of personality this year. That's sort of been my big thing, is trying to get players with good personalities. And I think it's really helped us as a whole. I've noticed some other players flipping over from professional to resolute in our team. And I believe that's because we've got so many of them in the team already. It's actually starting to sort of rub off, if you like. Akinola. So yeah, let me know what sort of things you look out for in players. One specific thing, perhaps, that you're very intent on using a lot of the time. Shishi, Zaim, Shishi. Oh, Hjøiberg with the big save there. Good start, though. Yeah, let me know what you think. And any ideas for a question of the day, drop those in the comments too with the hashtag QOTD. Wow, I feel like we've got them absolutely on the ropes. And that's fine, but we definitely need to get a goal while we've got them in this position. Shishi, because they will change something at some point, you feel. Rivera, Moscuza. Drop it back. Akinola. Oh, we've got options left and right. Shishi's one of them. And it's a corner. I thought that was going to be a pen, potentially. We've definitely got them penned in, though. Here we go again. Here has literally been all B67 in this game. They've not had a single highlight attack at all. Moscuza. Ball back for Akinola. Bravo. Shishi. Oh. Oh my god, they might actually have a highlight. 32... No, never mind. Akinola into the channel for Bravo. Really, I'd prefer Svenningsson to be on the ball here, but there you go. You can't win them all. Svenningsson, what's he going to do? Holds the ball up nicely. He's going to try and make that run to the back post, perhaps. Rogers Jr. slips it into the channel for Bravo. God, they're so congested in there. Ball in. Cleared away. Zayem. Bravo again. Ball in? No. Back for Rogers Jr. Can he find a ball in? Zayem. Blocked. Busting it to get back to the ball again. He's got so much space out wide. I might push the fullbacks up a bit further, actually. Begovic. No. I might, however, go to look for the overlap and maybe actually put the tempo a bit higher, move the ball around a bit quicker, force them out of the way and get some balls into good positions, perhaps. Maybe even get stuck in. Actually, no, we don't want to be doing... I don't know. I feel like we'd get a man sent off if we did that. However, we might close down the goalkeeper a bit more as well. Really press them to within an inch of their life. Maybe even run slightly deeper. Maybe go a bit higher up as well. Squeeze the space out of them a little bit more. Really put that pressure on. I know it's going to leave us a bit more vulnerable at the back, but they've not really offered that much going forward just yet. And I feel like we're competent enough to deal with those threats. Oh, my lord. Oh, it's a goal kick. It's a free kick. We're fine. It's fine. Right, that's it. 62 minutes. I'm making changes. We need to try and get a goal here. And Svenningsson and Bravo have both played poorly. Svenningsson isn't as fit, though, in terms of his fitness levels in general. So I might get him off for Johnny Iya and just kind of go from there. Zayem's done well. He's probably been our best player on the pitch tonight, but his fitness levels, again, just not quite there. I might bring on Sergio Santos for him, perhaps? Move him over as an advanced playmaker. I'll get him a bit further forward and see what we can do. Honestly, I'm not that far away from bringing on a player as a defensive midfielder again and then going back to two centre-backs at the back because... Oh, and it was Iya, I think, round the post there. Another good chance. Right, that's it. Last 15 minutes, we're going to push someone into the midfield, I think. Actually, no, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get Gil Tavares on for Curtin, and then we're going to push him up into a defensive midfield role as a deep-line playmaker. Two playmakers, I know, but we'll make do. I'm actually going to move Santos over as a roaming playmaker. Let him sort of move around a little bit more, find some pockets of space. Moscuza, here we go. Ball in. Shishi's header. Oh, it's hit the top of the crossbar. Hit the top of the crossbar. I can feel it. Be more expressive. I don't know. I don't think we're going to find anything in the final 5 minutes of this game, but we're damn sure going to try. 4 minutes to go, and I think this one's dead in the water. I think Silkeborg have defended this beautifully. It seems they've just come here to get a 0-0, and that's exactly what they're going to get by the looks of things, unless Moscuza messes this up for us. I don't really have any opportunity to make any more changes now. I thought about maybe throwing it ball forward, but we don't have any time to do that now. Moscuza. That's so bad. Into the channel. Cut out by Rivera. And I think that's going to do it. We're going to draw 0-0 at home to Silkeborg. You're going to get games like this, unfortunately, on any save. And we've happened to have one today. We didn't create enough. I don't think we deserve... I mean, if any team deserved to win, it was us. But we didn't create enough against them. That was the problem. A really poor result, which leaves us only 7 points ahead of FC Copenhagen now. Things are getting tight. Right, so this has just happened. We're out of the Danish Cup. I feel like we might have just been absolutely royally mugged off in this game. Kyrgyz did not create a lot. Mostly took pot shots from range. They got one good chance from the edge of the box, which Zupo scored. And then Pedersen put them in the lead again later on. We had so many chances in this game. Johnny Iya was having headers saved left, right and centre. 5 really good chances as well. Yakim had a great goal scored. Rogers Jr. was the best player on the pitch. Man of the match, 75% cross completion, everything. And we went out of the cup to Kyrgyz. This feels like the tight... I don't know. You know when you can just feel like things are about to flip around? I hope that we can go out today and get the win against Brøndby and get ourselves straight back on the right track, because I don't want to start letting this slip now. There's still a lot of games to go, and we cannot afford to let the veil drop for even a second, because Copenhagen will be right there on us. Anyway, played a massively changed team for the game against Kyrgyz as well, because we needed to rest players for this one, because the league is so much more important than the cup right now. It just is. It would mean the world to us to win the league for the first time this season. So let's swap out all these players and get a proper team going. I am going to start, however, Chowie instead of Moscuza, because he just looks better at the moment, and Moscuza's knacker from the previous game. Safety will start today. Lever is strong enough to make the bench, but his fitness levels are well, certainly not as good as Aldo's safeties are at the moment. Maybe a appearance in the second half if we need to shore things up again, but he'll be back for the next game. And I think getting our settled back 3 back again is going to be crucial to getting this run-in down packed, basically. Plus, Rocco will be back in a couple of weeks as well, so we will have our first choice back 3 and sort of a 4th one as well, ready to go. But that's what we're going to go with today. Bravo, Sveningsson, Akinola, Shishi, Zayem, Chowie, Rogers Jr., Safey, Curtin, Rivera, and Amoa. On the bench, Kanate, Leva, Santos, Yakim, Moskutsa, Kovalchik, hey, and Zahidi. Iga's knackered and he played terribly in the last game, unfortunately. He had the chances, he just couldn't put them in the way. I think that's partly down to the goalkeeper, though. He was very good. So, opposition report. Same kind of system as always. Deep line playmaker is Mugensen. They've got an inside forward and a winger. We can mark them out the game, hopefully, and get things done. With these kind of tactics as well, looking for the overlap works quite nicely, I find, provided things aren't going away. It did work against Kurga, technically, but we still lost. But that's just how things go sometimes. Okay, that'll do for now. I really, really hope we can go out here and get the win. Just get the little bit of confidence back. We had that bad 0-0 draw against Silkeborg in the league, and then the 2-1 defeat to Kyrgyz in the cup, where they just couldn't seem to get things right. Although we did play a lot better in that game. I think the quality of player was part of the issue for us, and they got a bit fortunate in places too. But yeah, so hopefully today we can pick things back up again. If we go and win here against Bromby, I think it's a real statement that we're back. Gonna come back for Akinola. It's got a man on the edge of the box, which is Juan Shishi. He might fancy a pop shot, and he does, and it's a good save, and Hedegor gets the stop on it. So, okay, it's a long shot, but it's a start. I guess you've got to say that, you know, FC Copenhagen's games are going to be tougher as well. It's not like they're just going to be able to breeze through every... Oh, it's in the back of the net! Juan Shishi, that looked like it deflected off of someone. Well, that's a very fortunate goal. Then again, we got the same exact thing happen to us in the game against Midtjylland, except far more egregious than that. Akinola to the edge, Shishi takes a touch, and then just rockets it. Yeah, it's in off the defender. It's still his goal. Bromby 0, B67 1. Perfect start to the game, really. But I want to still play well, because if we don't, then they'll come back. Which, although it doesn't bode well, provided we can shut them out for the rest of this match, it won't really matter. And I don't want to overcommit and get caught out. Bravo with the pace now. Here we go. Sveningsson needs to get in a position. Not quite that time. Although... oh my god, they are taking some risks. Chowie. Zayem. Sveningsson. Bravo. Overlappers for days. Chowie into the corner. Can he pick a cross? He can. Shishi has done it again. It's 2-0. And what the hell is Juan doing today? Juan, my goodness, who are you sponsored by? Juan, Shishi, sponsored by Alex Watts. Thank you so much for this performance, mate, because that is quite something else. Wow. This is pure luck as well, the way this ricochets through to him. But what about that for a finish? It's 2-0 to B67. Juan Shishi has had every shot of the night. The dictator, most definitely. Lots of space out wide, and Shishi's there again. Good stuff. Over the top for Bravo. Can he square it? He does! Sveningsson puts it in the back of the net, and we're 3-0 up away at Bromby. This is so similar to the game we played against them not more than a month ago. We were 3-0 up in the first half of that game as well, and we're 3-0 up here. It's almost like, in the last 2 games, all the sort of bad luck and little missed chances and stuff have all sort of pinged back the other way in a single game. Sveningsson with the goal this time. Bravo with the assist. We're 3-0 up. Let's not mess this up now, guys. Let's just keep going. Let's just get this win over the line now. 3-0 up is very, very nice position to be in. A little bit fortunate to be in. I don't think we deserve to be 3-0 up in this game. The chances haven't been good enough for it. But hey, we've created a lot in previous games and not got what we deserved. So I'd rather have those chances in the league against someone like Bromby, frankly. Getting an away win here is massive for us. Although, it's not happened yet. There's still a chance that they could come back in this game. Let's not forget. Okay, that should be right. I just want to make sure that we got our bases covered and didn't allow them to sort of encroach on us a little too much here. Bravo, here we go. Can there be more goals in this game for us? It's Sveningsson. He's in, you know. Oh, Sveni. That's so early season Sveniness right there. That was some proper good opportunities again. Bravo's now through. And I think he's been fouled. Oh, it's a red card. What in the hell happened there? I'm not actually going to do anything too specific with him, other than telling us to look for the overlap, really, because it'll exploit the space. I'm not going to exploit the left flank, because it just doesn't seem to work when you do that. Not with the wingbacks. With the wingers it would, but with wingbacks that just doesn't seem to happen for us. And that's fine. There we go, Curtin looking along for Sveningsson. He probably won't be able to win this. It doesn't matter, because he has somehow. Mariano Bravo, Santos. It's through for Bravo. Takes one touch. Finish. No. That should have been 4, really. I'll still be thoroughly impressed if we get out of this game with a clean sheet. We didn't last time against Bromby, but I'm a fan of getting clean sheets where we can. Lever. If we got clean sheets in both league games in this episode, I'll be very, very pleased with that. We're still not going to have the best defence in the league, but... well, oh, wow. Bravo's through. One touch. And what a save from Hedegor again. We've looked quite decent in places. We should have had 2 or 3 more goals, potentially. But hey, look at the space they're providing here. Santos. Sveningsson. Oh... I think we've created enough to deserve the win, that's for sure. But it certainly shouldn't be 3-0, really. But there you go. Rogers Jr. into the channel for Bravo now. Go on, Sveningsson fancies another one, perhaps. He's across, and he's gone and missed it as well. We really should have had another goal since they had a man sent off. But hey, Santos? Into the channel for Svenningsson. Bang! Oh, he scored it anyway. It's 4-0. What about that for the tight angle? Jonas Svenningsson, I think that's another 2 goals he's picked up today. I think that takes his tally to 20 for the season now. 20 goals and Lord knows how many assists. But what a ball this is from Sergio Santos. Spotting into the run there. Svenningsson, such a tight angle, makes it 4-0 away at Brøndby. I don't think 4-0 is fair on them, but hey, sometimes football isn't fair, as we've found out many times. A 4-0 win away is just what we needed right now to get ourselves back on the horse again. Viga, go on, get that clean sheet though. That's what I'm really worried about. No! You had to, guys. Come on. Simon Ibsen, he's the man that did it last time. You've got to be better than that. Concentration levels. I'd rather won 3-0, to be honest. But hey, it's good to see Svenningsson scoring, so I guess we can't really complain too much. We've won 4-1 away from home. It's a great ball in from Vegan. But there's 3 players in there. Come on, guys. You're better than this. This guy's got a fucking injury as well. Well, that should do it, though, I'm sure. But a 4-1 win is still excellent. And just what the doctor ordered at this point. Hopefully, he can get us back into form right at the perfect moment in the season, and we can make a run towards the title now. We're 10 points clear. Svenningsson might well have got 2 goals and an assist in that game. Look at this. 37 goals he has contributed to us. 20 goals and 17 assists. The most assists in the league, by the way, was 20. I think Svenny can beat that, and he's got to win player of the season. He is on fire at the moment. He didn't win man of the match, though, and that went to Juan Shishi, and thoroughly deserved for his 2 goals as well. We're 10 points clear at the top of the league. Who are they playing next? Copenhagen are playing away at Silkeborg. I'd feel like they'll probably win that and push themselves to be 10 points probably above Midtjylland. It's still going to be tough, but I think we can do it. We're going to be 7 points clear most likely with 8 games to go. I still have a feeling, though, we're going to drop points somewhere and they're going to come after us like raptors, honestly. So, next episode is going to be the final episode of the season with, oh God, I forgot that we had to play the bastards, with an away game at Copenhagen and then a home match at Lyngby. Then again, if we can win the home game against Copenhagen, that could put us in an absolutely stellar position going into the final few games of the season. But that away game is going to be absolutely brutal. This is going to get really tense. I'm really looking forward to the end of the season here. We've not lost since October in the league. That's been pointed out to me. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this episode, and I really hope you bloody have, okay, we had a poor first game and we got knocked out the cup, but we've come back and responded well with a 4-1 win. I think, let me know in the comments, do you think we will win the title this year? And how many points do you think we'll win it by if we do? Or if Copenhagen are going to win it, how many points do you think they're going to win it by? Let me know. Predictions, drop them in the comments. Anyway, yeah, if you have enjoyed it, drop a like. That'd be dope. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more tense videos like this, pretty much every single time now it seems, then do drop a like, subscribe on the video. And of course, I will see you guys in the next episode for the finale of the season, where hopefully we can come away with a first league title, but I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.